Audio's doing its weird thing. Now we're back. Okay, hello. Welcome back to Churn and Burn. I'm your storyteller, Slowpool, and we are back with episode 3. Unfortunately, Amani cannot make it with us today, so we are bravely continuing on without her, and we will try to put on a brave face in her temporary absence. Yeah, so last week we had a little bit of a delay, so we're continuing on from there. But we'll do a quick refresher on the storyline after we finish introduction. So first off, we have Adam Ali.
Hi, my name is Adam Ali. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Cyrus Fayez, the Earther captain of our ship, who may have a secret or two. His pronouns are also he, him. Hi, Amani from space.
Then we have Ulfrig.
Hello, I go by Ulfrig on the interwebs. My pronouns are she and they, and I am playing Indy, whose pronouns are they, them, the Martian cargo master, and I think emerging ship cinnamon roll. Hard to be sure, but I think.
Excellent. And we have Hicks.
Hey there, kids. My name is Hicks. I am playing Barnes, who is a belter fixer, who is basically the ship's engineer and is willing to play everything by ear if he has to. You don't give a shit. Oh yeah, and his pronouns are he, him.
Great. And of course, not joining us today, we have Amani, who is playing Kimiko, who is our ship's pilot, resident wrench monkey, and also chooses violence every single time she wakes up. This is a viewer-affected game, so if you are joining us, you can choose to help support our channel and influence the game. So 100 bits give a player a reroll. Subs give a auto success on a roll with a 6-point stunt bonus. And donations work on a sliding scale, so the more you donate, the more you can choose to affect the game. This can be from initiating a churn roll to introducing NPCs, whatever you would like to suggest. Yeah, and that's about it for the that information. Recap from last time. So, following a successful heist of Kimiko and Barnes for air filters, they are awaiting information from a data dealer on Mundus, the name of a likely bombing suspect supplied by Cyrus, who used his contacts to get that information. Indy was up to extremely nefarious things, shopping for supplies and botanicals and all the operation stuff on the ship, so you all don't starve or die of dehydration while you're out in space. Extremely nefarious. So we will continue off from there, where Cyrus, you are getting a message alert on your handheld.
I check the message.
Okay. It's a message from your mother, letting you know that an old family friend is actually on the station, and it's your second cousin's niece, twice removed nephew, and you had a play date once back when you were like 3 years old, and you should catch up.
Do you have? Is there an address?
He's staying. There is an address. He's staying at a flop down by the entertainment district, and they said that he'll most likely be available if you leave a message at that hostel. It's basically a hostel.
Yeah, I messaged back that of course I would love to meet my cousin's nephew's friends' nieces person.
Twice removed, yes.
I go down the long list of qualifiers. Yes.
Okay, so he's located on the entertainment promenade, in a flop next to a bar. And while there's no one there at the moment, it does have like a message forwarding system. So if you leave a message, it can contact you back.
Yeah. I leave a message. CF here. It's been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should meet up sometime soon. And I let them know the area in which I am staying,
Mm-hmm.
rather than a specific address.
You pretty much instantly get an automated response, which says, "Good to talk to you after so long. I'll be back shortly if you want to meet me for a drink next door. We should catch up about my aunt. She has some interesting stories to share." And it's just signed C.
Uh, I reply back the thumbs up emoji twice.
Cool.
And
Basically, you get this exact same like automated message back again.
and I message Barnes, Indy, and Kamiko that I'm having a drink at a bar with a very old friend.
Mhm.
Don't wait up for me. And then I go next door and start nursing some lemonade.
So while you're drinking, your lemonade, a balding, pretty swarthy, bearded man comes and sits next to you and goes, "Oh, fellow heavy bones, what brings you all the way out here to Tycho Station?"
Just a stop along the way. No, how it is.
Oh yeah. You have any family out this way?
A close family friend, but not any actual family.
I hear about that. Family is extremely important. And he kind of just like, goes over and just like slides a data shard along the way.
I put my glass over the shard and slide in front of him.
He's basically just he gives like a quick like look around the room and basically says like, cutting the tradecraft for a minute, Arvasala herself sent me out here. This thing goes pretty deep, so make sure you're keeping an eye out for anybody and everybody.
Look, I've spent the past fortnight on the ship with barely any water or energy, to be honest. Are we really in this deep? Have things gotten that bad?
Just he kind of laughs and just like waves over the bartender for a drink. He says, "Things are going from bad to worse all over the system right now. Best part is everyone thinks everyone else is causing it, so it's only just making it worse." And you just
be honest, did we cause it?
he just laughs. He just shakes his head and just downs his drink, slides it over, puts his credit down there, and just says, "Definitely not. But you're in the middle of it, so that's just the way it goes."
Well, tell my mother-in-law I said hi.
Mm-hmm.
And I slipped the shard into my pocket and put down credits myself.
Will do. Head on a swivel and all that, doors and corners, and just kind of heads out.
I think I stay for an extra 15 minutes. Go visit the bathroom, waste some time, and then
yeah. I definitely want you to make me, it's a perception roll?
I would love to roll.
Yeah, perception, that's it.
A specific kind of perception or just perception?
Do you have anything that you would like to use for it?
I only have searching, and I don't think that's going to be very helpful right now.
Not quite.
Yeah. So we'll just do a flat
Just a
roll.
flat perception roll.
Wow. So that's an 18. Oh wait, no, I rolled with my ability X. Oh no, that's
No,
you're
you
right.
get to use the ability. You just don't
I'm
get to use
correct.
the focus. Okay, so. So you noticed that there was a table of two sitting in the back corner. One of them left, and one of them is stuck around, and is trying his best to not look at you.
Does he have a data pad or something in front of him? Does he like is he typing things down? Is he just
No,
like,
no, both of them were just drinking
Mhm.
while they're there and trying their very best not to pay attention to you. But one of them left to follow C out the door, and one of them stuck around to try and observe you.
I'm going to surreptitiously stick my fingers into an unattended drink, an alcoholic one,
Mm-hmm.
swipe it around so the scent's real strong, and then like walk up with an empty glass and just directly smash into his table and spill it on him.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
He's just like, he's real pissed off. Down, whoa, watch where you're walking, ah.
And now I'm going to I've had a long day. I'm going to collapse onto him and try and steal anything from his pockets.
Okay, you gonna try and pick his pockets?
Because I want some identification. Okay.
I love it. Okay. I'm actually not sure what you would roll for this.
Cyrus out here living dangerously. Wouldn't that be like a dexterity or
Yeah,
something?
I'm
that
gonna
feels like
say
a dexterity.
Dexterity roll for that one.
+1. Because look, I want to fail, right? That's what this is. I want to fail.
I want to fail. Oh my God.
That's a 13.
13.
Roll bad, roll bad, roll bad. Come on.
Yeah, so. So as you're kind of just like, stumbling all over him, slurring, just being a hassle, you manage to pull his communicator out and just palm it as he like shoves you off him.
Oh, I let him shove me directly into a wall.
Yeah.
It is fine. Hey, you know what? And I slammed down some cash. I got whatever you're getting next. And I gotta, and then I like drunkenly wander my way
Mm-hmm.
up the door.
He like kind of just gets all pissed off and heads towards like the bathroom to try and like clean himself off a bit before even like after palming the credits, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool.
The moment I'm out of that door, it is like booking it. Get out of there. Do not want to follow me.
All right, so pause there and go to Ulfrig. So Ulfrig, what are you up to right now?
I have been racking my brain during that entire scene trying to think of something more interesting than maintenance on the ship.
Okay. If you
have
don't have
not come
anything
up-
prepared, okay, then we'll go to Barnes. Barnes, what have you been up to since your heist?
I mean, for the most part, I've been laying low.
Mm-hmm.
I've been staying in a public area that has many people, simply so that then maybe I could just blend in. And I am just kind of biding my time, and just making sure like nobody, like no particular guards or anything like that are coming after me.
Perfect.
But before I finally head back to the ship, so that then like the guards aren't tailing me and realizing, oh, it's these jerks. It's these jerks from the Talwar who had that broken ass transponder. They're nothing but a bunch of troublemakers. We need to get them the hell out of here. So yeah.
All right. I need you roll me a perception roll then to see if you've picked up a tail.
Of course, I do not have a focus on perception. Why would I? Why would I?
That would be absurd.
Everyone's recruiting, not focusing on perception.
I think it's
Oh, there we go. Sorry. I clicked.
We'll do
too
the
many
first one.
times.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So that is 14. 14's good. No. So you kind of take the scenic route around the promenade that you're at back towards the ship, and you definitely notice after taking 3 left-hand turns that there is somebody following you.
Wait. Isn't 3 left-hand turns just a circle? It's just a circle.
Exactly. That's the
God
best way to find if someone's following you.
Oh God. Okay.
Because what if you took 3 random left-hand turns, you'd basically be going in the same direction. No one else would do that. unless
Right.
they're following you.
Gotcha. All right.
So you definitely notice that there's a person wearing a Tycho uniform that's following you.
Of course they are.
It's not like a security uniform. It looks more like a maintenance uniform.
Well, of course it is. Of course it is. All right. So I honestly feel the best way to stop this tail would probably be to just go ahead and head off to a dark black alley. I mean, a dark back alley somewhere. Knock them out and then throw them in a dumpster or something like that.
Okay, so you're gonna try and find like a service corridor or
Pretty
like
much, yeah.
delivery alley or something behind one of the stores or something like that.
Mhm,
Probably a
mhm.
maintenance corridor. It's a space station. They don't really have like alleys.
Right.
All right, so you're gonna go slip into a corridor and try and ambush him.
Mhm.
All righty then. So, just going to make a roll here. You guys are lucky. My dice do not like me.
Hey.
I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to send these guys to dice jail in a minute here. If they don't start behaving.
Could have said dice jail.
There is a dice jail here. It's a bad
Okay.
place for dice. All right, roll me your attack action, please.
My attack action. Can I go ahead and say that I want to use a talent?
What talent are you using?
Overwhelm style.
Perfect, go for it.
So that means that whatever my roll is, it's actually going to be -3, simply so I can have +3 to damage.
Okay, absolutely.
Give me my focus and roll.
That's so basically minusing your ability into add your focus. If you're doing the minusing 3 to that, so that is 5, 11, 13. Yeah, that is enough to overcome their defenses. So you get to add +3 to damage. That's enough. I would say that's enough to knock him out in one go there.
Mhm.
So how do you deal with him?
I mean, it's kind of basic at this point. I go ahead, I slink into a corridor, and I'm kind of like looking around because I know he's about to show up, and I basically find the biggest damn box I can find and just slink underneath it.
You're gonna sneak him.
And the guy comes in to this corridor and he's looking around and he's like, and he sees this big box, and he's like, is this guy freaking serious? He's hiding underneath a box, and he goes ahead. He just like walks up to the box, and he's going to do. He's probably just going to just lift up the box to like go ahead and look me straight in the face, and I just gone ahead and just like punch right through the box, like
Just
punch him right in the face.
come out, just break through the top, and just catch him in the face. All right. So yeah, you jack in the box out of there and just clock him in the jaw, and it's lights out for him. What are you gonna do with this unconscious body right now?
Well, like I said, the whole point of my whole plan here was to knock this guy out and then just put him somewhere and disposed,
Like in a giant box.
Like in the box,
like in the box, and just walk away like absolutely nothing happened. Go back to the ship because I am officially tail free.
Not gonna search him or anything.
You know what? Well, I might as well search him. Why the hell not? He's already knocked out.
All right. So other than like a few like little like some bric-a-brac in his pockets, like some random nuts and bolts and parts and stuff like that, he basically just has like a communicator and like a stun gun on him. The little taser, basically.
And pocket that taser because you never know when you never know when someone else is going to need it.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the communicator because it's probably bugged or it could be easily tracked.
It's just like your data pad, basically.
Yeah. I mean, do I have enough time to basically copy all of his data from his pad to mine?
Oh yeah, it's not locked right now.
Okay, so yeah, I'm totally copying that in just in case to make sure that something dicey isn't going on, and then I go ahead and just put his communicator back to his pocket.
Okay.
Not stealing anything, and then I am just slipping him in the box, kind of patting him on the head, night, and then like walk off.
No words, only dreams.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you head back out of the service corridor and just make your way beeline towards the ship. Ulfrig, as Indy's kind of just doing her routine maintenance, you're basically getting a ping on the ship messaging system.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer that.
It's like this is Tycho dock maintenance. Just to let you know that your service part is ready and is being dropped off at your berth. Do you need any assistance installing it? We do have certified engineers who will put the part on for you.
If they don't mind working with someone who's got half the idea of what they're doing, then yeah, I'll take the help.
They usually charge extra for that kind of assistance, but I'll let them. It's if you install the part, it's $100. If you help install the part, it's $150. If you supervise, it's $300. Yeah, no, they'll be willing to work with you in installing it. Just if you want to just keep an eye on them, they understand. Yeah, I should get that part up to you in say 2 or 3 hours. Should be within there.
Oh, excellent. I've been meaning to ask. I forgot when I was last out on the station. Have y'all got any like vacuum safe cameras?
For mounting outside ship.
Yeah, something like that.
Like for docking and reversing ones, we should have a couple of those available in the. God, I can't remember the word. It's not working. My brain's not working. For stuff that would fit on your freighter, there might be some secondhand pick parts available. Possibly some newer models that might be backwards compatible. You'd have to go check down on level 4, which is our parts and distribute center.
All right, yeah, I'll go check down there. Maybe see if I can beat you back.
Yeah, just you gotta keep that 2-hour window open because of our techs are pretty sensitive to timing issues. You know how it is with them.
Yeah, yep. Hurry up and wait. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be within the 2-hour window. So they'll go
Alright.
contact you once they're shipside.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. Tycho Station out.
Uh,
All right. So
Go ahead.
what's your plan? What's your plan?
Since Indy can't leave until these guys come, they're going to backpedal. They're going to change their plans, stop what they're working on, and they're going to head out to the airlock with a whole bunch of like spare power conduit that they picked up. And they're going to head to the docking airlock, and they're basically going to try and turn the outside of the airlock into a remote taser where you can press a button from the inside and shock someone on the outside. Real nice.
Okay. So
And I gone ahead and just like interject at this point since I'm heading to the ship anyways.
I'm just so basically you're in a sense you're hooking up jumper cables from your ship's battery to like the metal flooring on the airlock.
But not completing the connection.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Okay, you can definitely do that.
Okay, yep. I'm going to do that then.
100%. I'd say it's probably about this time that Barnes makes his way back to the ship. So you see Indy just hauling around giant massive power cabling.
I'm going to narrow my eyes at this point and go, oh, wait. I know what you're doing. We had a discussion about this.
Yeah, and I didn't really feel like that discussion was quite finished, to be honest. And well, Kamiko's not here.
Well,
So
I mean, this is the thing. The truth of the matter, Indy, is that yes, it was plausible, but I didn't really give a proper conversation about the possible amperage and stuff like that, because you do realize that even if we only use enough voltage to properly, just give somebody a tiny little shock, if we give it at a particular amperage, then they may not be able to let go.
well, I ain't
Could
too
be
particular about
dangerous.
that, to be honest.
No?
Well, keep them in place until someone gets there to take care of them proper.
All right, I'm feeling froggy. Let's do this.
I mean, better if we can just kick them in the chest, like,
Basically, you just gotta mop handle and then push them really hard.
Indy would too, is the thing.
Or just a good old jump kick.
I'm not
about this. It probably won't kill people horrifically. Maybe.
I mean, while I am absolutely fine and dandy with the idea of going ahead and just basically putting a shock fence around our airlock, a part of me also kind of wants to like ensure that we somehow can make it to where it also happens around that transponder, simply so that then we don't have the same kind of incident we had the last time.
I like the way you think.
So yeah, I mean, considering I'm engineering, I would feel a lot better if you just went ahead and let me handle this. You can help, of course. I have no problem with help with getting help. Dreamwork makes the team work, Indy.
Flip that, reverse it. But yeah, I get to what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll finish laying these cables back along the access panels. There's some folks coming from the station. They're going to help us with repairing that transponder. So if I start running some of these up there, we might be able to get 2 birds with 1 stone. Get the transponder rigged after they're done.
Yeah,
their replacement bit.
Yeah.
So just confirmation, you guys are going to booby trap the same thing that technicians are literally just about to show up to fix.
After they've done.
After they've done it.
Yeah,
Okay.
after
I
they
like
do
that
it.
plan a little bit better.
We don't want to we don't want to hurt anybody now. We just want to go ahead and lay down the groundwork to ensure that when they're done, we can just set up the booby trap, the final steps, and make sure that nobody fucks around with our transponder
I mean, your
again.
ship is quite literally falling apart. A couple exposed wires probably won't raise too many eyebrows at this
Yeah.
point.
Look,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be Imani and say this is my ship because it's not. But I don't know if I like this plan.
Explain.
It's okay because you're not there to be the voice of reason.
I know.
Just yet.
Just ignore me. Fine.
Just so you're okay. Also, just so everyone else is aware, after Barnes and Indy are done rigging this booby trap onto the airlock, he is actually going to message Cyrus and be like, "Hey, could you do us a favor and tell us when you're at the airlock and don't try to like touch it or anything. Don't want to explain why. Just please, just message. Thanks, buddy."
It's probably good timing because because jumping back to Cyrus, you're probably pretty close to getting back there after you've probably done a couple loops around just to make sure you didn't pick up a tail or anything, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna check this communicator.
Mm-hmm.
Any recent things that I should be concerned about? Any funny emails?
Yeah.
Does it say who this belongs to?
I'm gonna have to say you're gonna have to do a check on that, whether you want to make it as an intelligence roll or as probably an intelligence roll to dig through that.
Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10 for my intelligence. You know what?
But with a 1
You know-
point stunt, if it succeeds.
You do
Does it succeed?
with a 10. You can use if you have a stunt that you want to use on that one. I don't know what would be applicable.
I mean,
technically an
technically
investigation.
speaking, I've got 6 stunt points because I saved some up from the last one. And investigation stunts. Oh, breakthrough. I'll spend 5. You gain not only information, but some form of incontrovertible proof. Reduce the total number of leads on the path by 1, jumping forward to a further point of investigation immediately.
Stunt points don't hold. So if you when you stunt, you use the stunt points that you have on that roll. And they're only applicable for that roll. So you have a 1 point stunt to use.
So I will. So you need to reveal an additional useful fact about the object of my test, because I'll redeem aha. 1 stunt point.
Yeah,
Spent.
so you can use aha or you can use flashback.
I think aha is good for now.
Okay, so you kind of go through it and you're not really finding anything because it looks like it's a burn device or it's been wiped before use. But then you go and you think to yourself, well, if it's been wiped, then maybe if I do a recovery function on it, or at least I might be able to get something back if I like see if they didn't like clean out the recycle bin or whatever on there, whatever the future equivalent of that is. And you actually managed to dig up some messages sent from this device to another device, and they're talking in a lot of belter slang, but they're talking about whether or not you are working with another OPA faction or if you're with the core.
Oh, they're wondering where my allegiances lie. So this is beyond, is this person working for someone else?
Because like as you're scrolling down the messages, you see like them talking about a bunch of filters that got rolled by by your crew, about how you're sneaking around, and the ship's missing transponder because this is one of the OPA factions that's clearly working on the station, and they're trying to find out what you're up to.
Basically, they've collected all of this data that says that we're shady because we are.
Basically, but they don't know who or what your goals are, and that's what they're trying to tell you for.
Okay, good information for later. I'm gonna put this in the nearest trash receptacle and walk over to the ship.
All right.
Spy moment done.
Yeah.
Now, Captain. What the hell are you people doing?
Hey, Captain. Don't worry, just some new safety stuff or security stuff. Don't worry about it.
It looks like a bunch of loose wires. How's that safety?
Well,
No.
security, I should say. It won't, and then they won't be loose for long. I'll have them squared away before we take off. Well, Barnes and I will have them squared away. Thanks, Barnes.
I'm hearing a lot of.
Indy, I got this.
All right.
Captain, we are performing preventive security measures.
Don't use fancy words with me. Say exactly what you're doing.
Okay, fine. We are rigging the airlock to disperse an electric
The outside
shock.
of the airlock.
The outside of the airlock to disperse an electrical shock that is not lethal.
We think.
Pretty certain. We tested it.
And why is this a good idea?
Well, because when we were on series, there were all those folks that were after us, and I made the dumb call to stand outside and try and fight a bunch of them and kind of got my ass almost kicked. And I figured if I could just come inside and wait for them to electrocute themselves, that's going to go a hell of a lot easier next time.
She makes a valid point, Captain.
Yes, but that's the airlock. They came up the ramp. Those are two different things. Right? There's an airlock and there's a ramp. Those are two different things.
Well, we can do that one next.
I mean, we might as well just rig the entire entrance for.
Okay. You know what? You do whatever you want. Whatever you want. But you are the one who explains it to Kamiko when she gets back from the spa thing.
Don't worry. I'll explain it to Kamiko just fine. She'll understand we are protecting her ship.
I'll let him explain.
Oh, I'm not ready. This is not my fault.
Well,
This is
I
your
know,
fault.
Captain. I know.
You know what? It's absolutely fine, Captain. I will take full responsibility. I mean, what is she going to do? Put me in a smaller workshop?
No, she's going to space you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot about space.
A little bit. It's fine. I got this.
Okay, you know what? Enough on this topic. What have we discovered about Mondas?
Well, really high priced Earther fixer. Evidently, whoever wants us dead is not sparing any expense about it. I'm gonna get some more information about it, Cap, but admittedly, it's gonna take a little bit. But I got a guy. It's gonna be fine.
So why are you rigging this airlock and not seeing that guy?
Because I haven't gotten my call back yet.
Okay.
I'm multitasking, Captain.
And I'm waiting for the maintenance crew to turn up so we can fix the transponder.
Yeah, we're making ourselves useful during our downtime, Captain.
No.
If anything, you should be proud of us.
Oh, chill, Barnes, chill.
You ever get that? You know the look someone would give you if you said, "I'm just gonna walk over this rickety bridge now." Just utter shock and disappointment.
You get that four-phase emotion, the Trump equation, as it's called, the surprise plus disappointment squared, and you go through those four phases, and eventually you just give up.
We're passing through the stages of grief, and I've yet to reach acceptance.
I mean, granted, if you would have just concentrated a little bit more on bargaining, you probably could have stopped this.
Bargaining with you is kind of pointless.
Speed run.
Wow. Okay.
Speed run all the way to acceptance at this point.
Okay, so I have some news. It seems like we've generated a little bit of a. People seem to think that we might be working for something, on behalf of someone.
I
You mean aside from Space FedEx?
Yes,
Quick
aside from FedEx.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the maintenance person I might have decked on the way here.
You did
Wait,
what? now?
what?
Okay, look, I can explain.
Were they carrying a big old transponder part? Because we kind of need that.
No. They
Did they
weren't.
threaten your family? Did they try to murder you? Did they, I don't know, give you
They were-
$1 less in change?
Cap.
Why?
They were tailing me.
So you lose them. You don't punch them.
That punching is a form of losing them.
To be fair, he did lose the tail.
We're gone. The shock is gone. It's just. And to be fair, it's very confusing because it's not like this is a guy who's educated on how to lose the tail. You think?
You just need to note in the personnel file needs constant adult supervision. Although
Okay.
I feel that's true for most of the crew.
The point is, we're gathering a crowd. We need to stop doing that.
What now?
We're
Oh,
gathering a crowd. We need to stop doing that. We need to
I
stop
mean-
gaining attention.
I mean, everything I did as secretively as possible
You punch someone.
in a dark corridor. There was no witnesses.
There was a witness. The person you punched. They
You don't
count.
remember, I'm sure. I punched him pretty hard. One punch, he was out.
Independence, please.
Yeah,
Tell me something. Tell me anything. Distract me, please. I need this.
I've been fixing the ship, and I found out there might be some cams we can mount on the hull if you don't want to rig up the transponder. And then we could, monitor it that way.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
All right. We'd have to go to the flea market down on level 4, essentially, but we could do it.
Look, we need to have a moment, especially while Kumiko's not here to freak out. We need to have a moment.
Okay.
Yep. Indy looks
system isn't-
terrified.
The system is in chaos right now. The inners are practically at each other's necks. The belters are, well, at everyone's necks. Okay, the situation is about to get worse, and frankly, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, there's a couple, let's call them new rules.
Okay.
Best to do's.
Okay.
Try to not punch people who are just following you, because that indicates you may have something to hide.
Whoa, Cap. Would you call these rules, or would you say they are more guidelines?
Mission parameters.
That works. All right.
For independence, they have
Yeah.
mission parameters. For you, rules. Set in stone. Think of them as laws. You know?
Yes, sir.
Laws? There's no laws in space.
No
Where
punching
do you
people.
live, and can I move that?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Also, we need to start attracting less attention. So, pick up some completely normal odd jobs if you can.
Okay.
Look like we're a crew down on their luck, not like a crew who has something to hide.
We don't have anything. to
Do
hide.
we
What's
have
going on?
anything to hide?
Do we have something
Apparently
to
a
hide,
lot.
Cap?
Like our survival.
Oh, right.
Well,
Yeah,
hell,
that
I wouldn't
probably-
mind the coin. So, sure.
Last but not least, keep an eye out. If someone is watching you, keep note of it somewhere.
But don't punch them.
But don't punch them. Yes, you got that right. Yeah. You see, don't punch. Eyes, not fist.
But if they
No buts.
see, but Captain, if they
Eyes,
see,
no fist, no butts, no excuses.
Yes, sir.
all right, Captain, no punching.
They punch you first, it's fine. Then, you know,
Okay.
punch back with harder.
Oh no, I am going to punch back harder. But you know, Captain, just for the record, you don't have to worry about being punched if you punch first.
That ain't always accurate in my experience, but I admire your dedication to an idea.
Okay. How about, let me put it this way, Bones.
Uh-huh.
Today, I have eyes on you. You punched me. I realize that you might be hiding something. Tomorrow, I have 2 eyes on you, one of whom you might not see, witnessing the next punching. And then you will have 3. You collect. It's like lice. If you've got one, you may get more.
Indy,
Yeah,
what's lice?
little critters live on your scalp.
They can survive
you're
in a
lucky.
vacuum. You've had them before, I'm sure of it. Not to say that you are unwashed. That'd be rude. I'm gonna
Oh,
just
yeah,
over
focusing.
here.
Right, Captain. Sorry.
All right. No
All right,
punching
yeah.
people.
I get it. All right, fine.
Let
Don't-
folks
don't
know if there's a
punching
tail.
Speaking of
Get
people
some
who-
get some odd
people who
jobs.
you
Got it.
punched,
Uh-oh.
what hell have we brought?
no, are you gonna bring up the data that you copied?
Oh, I'm
right.
gonna look at. Oh, right. I need to look at the data.
No, not yours. The ones that Barn got when he rifled through the pocket.
Oh, yeah. Cap, just so you're aware, just to show that that clearly this was not a crime of passion, I went ahead and copied the data from the person I punched's communicator, and I have it right here. Would you like to take a look at it? Because you clearly seem more like an analytical person than I am.
Look, I used to be a Marine, just like anyone else. It's normal. Never
For
mind. Just
Marines. Sure.
Oh
Show
yeah,
me
sure.
the,
I was totally a Marine. Okay.
like other. You know, you have. Look, I may be the only Marine here, but Martians serve no matter what.
Damn straight.
So my point is, Barnes, that frankly, out of this group, you're the one who stands out. Anyway, show me the data.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just give Cyrus my data pad so you can go ahead and take a look at it. And I'm going to continue my fixing of the rigging the airlock for electric shock.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make an easy intelligence roll to unlock this.
Me?
Yeah, like it's an easy roll.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. that's a
13?
I forgot how to count 13.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The password's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Children.
Are you kidding
So-
me? My mama's have better passwords than that.
What kind of? It's like the kind of password some idiot would put on their luggage.
Someone do me a favor and change the royal luggage.
Anyways, so as you're scrolling through the information, you see most of it is just messaging to another communicator about where they're doing, what they're up to, and just like, yeah, keep following them. The other one is a recent mail message with an attachment that they received, if you want to open that.
Yeah, I'll open that.
It's a report card from school. That says, the child's report card looks like he's in like grade 3 or 4. And, he's doing pretty good. And the teacher's note says, young Mateo's grades has really started improving since he started doing one-on-one reading lessons with his father. Keep up the excellent work, and I hope to see more improvement in the future.
You stole some kid's personal.
No, it was clearly his dad's.
I don't know. That's better, but not by much. Someone was following me. I punched them. Turns out it was just some dad.
You didn't have to follow me. He could have just walked away.
I have the data shard from my pickup, which hopefully will have more useful information.
I'm gonna get a pad back.
I'm gonna plug it into this person's personal.
Are you gonna tell Barnes what's on it?
No.
No,
No.
you're just gonna keep it to yourself. Okay. So Barnes isn't aware he just assaulted a loving father.
Yeah.
That's fine. Your data shard, the one that you received from C, the agent known as C, that one is basically sort of a intelligence analysis on recent data trends that show a lot of Piers Mao financial support moving to the Ganymede moon. Specifically, a lot of financial supports that have been shuttled through a lot of shell corporations, like clearly trying to hide the financials. Mm-hmm. They can't quite figure out where they're going, but they know they're going to corporations registered on Ganymede.
I download the information onto this little forefather's personal communicator. And
you don't have the Barnes copied the data off his communicator. You didn't steal his communicator.
Yeah, no, that I didn't steal this guy's communicator. That would have been.
Mm-hmm. I find and replace the report card with this information. And naturally, I lie about it and say, at least you find one useful thing.
I'd feel hurt, Captain, but I don't really have feelings as much as I used to anymore. So, fair enough, Captain. Fair enough.
No, sorry, I'm just getting frustrated. Look, this is a tracker of all of data trends. Jules Pierre Mao has apparently been investing a lot into Ganymede.
Ganymede?
Ganymede.
You worried about food on Earth or something?
I highly doubt it. Mao is not... Why would they be tracking Mao is the question.
That's not any information that you received about why they're specifically tracking Mao. But there's a ton of money that's going into Ganymede. That's enough to buy every soy farm on that planet 10 times over.
Look, I think if someone who's following you, Barnes, is so interested in Ganymede, we should probably go to Ganymede. Plus, it would probably help with the whole heat on our backs for being extremely, extremely obvious here.
Okay, I mean, I'm cool with heading to Ganymede, but we just gotta wait a little bit longer until I get the rest of my information.
Well, we're gonna have to get together cargo and everything for Ganymede anyway, or it's gonna be a lost trip. So don't worry about it.
Did you want me to head down to that market and try to pick and pull those cams while I wait?
Yeah, find a job. Find something that would give us a good excuse to go to Ganymede.
Yeah, I can go ahead. Let me try to have some contacts for a job to that's heading our way to Ganymede. I'll take care of it. No punching people. I promise.
Even if they follow you, or even if they seem like they're following you.
All right. Got it. No problem. I got it, Captain. Trust me. Well, trust me a little bit more, because I know you kind of did get me trust, and then I kind of broke it, but I got this. Don't worry. And then I'm going to go ahead, finish up my wiring, and then I'm heading out.
After he leaves, Independence, I need to tell you something.
Sure, Captain. What's up?
I lied to Barnes.
About what?
The data he took, the
Mhm.
only thing of use on it was some poor kid's report card.
He beat up someone's dad?
Yep.
God, I kind of wish you'd have told him. I'm going to make fun of him forever for that.
No, you can't, because I might have gotten. Look, we're not going to Ganymede for no reason. I may have gotten a job
You got a job.
from a friend. I just need an excuse to go to Ganymede to check up on this mouse stuff. I think it's connected to Mundus, to be fair. But
You can visibly see the wheels turning in Indy's head as
This
they're
is-
processing this.
this is why there's a limited amount of information coming out, and it's only coming out to Indy.
Captain, are you in trouble?
To put it mildly, I think we all are.
More trouble than someone would sick a bomber on the freighter trouble?
More trouble than just one bomb on the ship.
All right.
Look, none of this is an accident. Someone tried to make sure we stayed silent for what happened. And I think that someone might be Mal.
What the hell would Jules Pierre Mal be doing on Ceres and on Eros and Ganymede? Don't make no sense.
That's my point. This man has all the money in the world and is spending it on
All the
one
money in the
move.
world and half the money in the belt.
Yeah, and sending it, and he's spending it all on basically a moon full of plants. That's pretty suspicious.
And he's
And if we're going to
overpaying
find
for them
ourselves in the middle
plants.
of yeah, sorry, what?
Oh, and he's overpaying for them plants. That's the bit I don't get.
I think there's something else there, and I think if we're going to be involved in all this to the point we are, we may as well do it up front.
Hey,
I will
Captain,
not walk into this blindly. Yeah.
are you good at any of them, like money transfer things and tracking it and stuff?
I might know a guy.
I wonder what else this Mao fella might be investing in.
It's a good point. You know what? I have a family friend that I could probably call. Give me a moment.
All right. I'll keep going with the wiring because it sounds like it's a better idea than it was when I first had it.
Don't tell anyone, but probably yeah. And if Barnes comes back, don't tell him that he punched some poor father.
Yes, Captain.
Look,
I
he's probably going to do it again next week.
This is fair. I'll make fun of him for that one.
I send a message back to my mother. Do we know anything else about where Mao's spending all this money?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of which, I was just heading to Ganymede myself. Anyway, I'm headed off to Ganymede on a job soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You probably have to wait a little bit longer than normal for response.
Mm-hmm.
But you do get a message back about another care package being left for you. In like another dead drop location, different spot that you're gonna have to go get. And this one, the response for this one is just be careful. hear things are getting dangerous out there. Love, Mom.
Love you too.
Mhm.
And I go off to pick up that care package.
Grab some extra hydroponics while you're out there.
Of course,
Thank
you know
you.
me. And by the way, if Kimiko comes back,
Yep. Yep.
actually don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
All right. And he carries on with their soldering and wiring.
I love it when a character isn't here, and yet it still feels like they're here.
Dang,
Okay.
Bard's gonna have so much explaining to do when she comes back.
Okay. So we'll just skip ahead to you going to the dead drop. We're just gonna say, you apply your usual tradecraft to everything, and this time it's actually a physical package, not a data shard or anything like that. And it's handwritten. And it basically says financials are no-go. Caution on entering Ganymede. M and E forces both assembling.
That's it. That's the whole package.
And then you look on the back of the paper, it says one word that just says pediatrics and then a question mark.
I remember all of this,
Mm-hmm.
And then I shred this piece of paper up as finely as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and just drop it in the trash. And I pick out a pen, and where the note was, I'm just gonna put a check.
Cool. We're gonna go back to Indy. So after not long after the captain leaves, you actually get the text to show up with the transponder part, and they basically like signal at the airlock and just let you know that they're here with the part.
Oh, excellent. Let's get this thing installed then.
There's 3 of them. One's in a vac suit, or 2 of them are in vac suits, and one of them is carrying a tool case. So it's like, yep, I'll be working on the ship core, and the other 2 will be installing the part outside. We'll connect at the same time, save us a lot of work going in and out.
Where can y'all use an extra hand?
He says, well, if you want to supervise us, probably just be quickest to do it from the core. That's where all the important stuff goes. If anything goes wrong there, it's by all of us. And they kind of just laugh about it.
All right, let's head on up. I'm always keen to learn new things about this ship.
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. None of us have been blown up just yet.
That's fine. I got to run some wiring up that way anyway.
All right. I don't know if you would like to make any observation or
Yes.
rolls like that.
Yes, I
right.
would. So that would be perception.
Yes, definitely make me a perception roll.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So 11, 14 total with 3 stunt points.
Excellent. So you notice that. Do you want to use a stunt?
Yeah, I think let's see. Test you could have either intuition or lucky break. I kind of let it up to you whether there's one that's more appropriate for the situation than the other.
All right. I'll let you use intuition.
Okay. Cool.
Because as the interior tech is like leading you up there, he's definitely talking a bit and pointing out different parts of whatever he's going into, and you're just like, this seems like he's going a lot in depth, more so than he needs to. And you notice that, like, while he's pointing out something, he's holding his communicator in his other hand, and he's clearly taking pictures of the interior of your ship.
Hey, I don't mean to be a difficult customer or nothing, but where I come from, we try and put our phones away during work hours.
And he's like, "Oh, sorry, force of habit." And he kind of just like quickly like taps on a message and then puts the device away. He's like, "All right, well, let's get to it." Yeah, I think I got another 8 ships ahead of me before my shift ends, so I gotta get this one done pretty fast.
Hopefully, it'll go faster now that you got that phone out of your way.
Just yeah, sure. Um,
Indy is going to reach out and grab their phone and tap out a message to the captain and say, "Got someone watching us from inside the ship now."
you also notice, sorry, Indy, as he as he like reaches in to put the communicator back inside his jumpsuit, his sleeve kind of goes back above his elbow, and like you see like the lower half of an A tat.
Okay.
For so he's definitely OPA.
So tell me, how long y'all been working on ships out here for?
He says, "Oh, me, I've been on Tycho Station about 5 cycles now."
All right, that's not too bad. You ever met Fred Johnson?
Yeah, he's just kind of just unfortunately
Oh yeah, he's frightening as all the rumors make him out to be.
not so much frightening. He's a bloody slave driver. Works us all to the bone. Just wants to make sure. Oh, we got to make sure that everyone knows the Belters make the best ships. And anybody who doesn't get in line better be careful. They might take a long walk off a short airlock, if you get my meaning.
Just for poor job performance, that is a strict taskmaster there.
Well,
I mean, I guess you guys are all playing catch up to them Martian engineers.
yeah, well,
Gotta admit, when it comes to shipbuilding,
I will say the Martians make good ships, but you know, the Earthers got the better technology.
yeah, because you got it in a trade with us.
But ain't nobody has put a ship together like the big one.
Yeah, so what is that big thing out there? Floating tin can looks like.
He's just kind of laughing to himself as he's like working on the wiring system and hooking up the new transponder. He's like, so the Mormons, they're gonna take that ship, launch themselves all the way into the new galaxy, and find the promised land.
Promised land.
The new Eden for them and their faith. So it's going to take what, 2-3 generations in space for them to reach it.
Well,
And
I
they
mean,
think that even if they don't see it, even if their children don't see it, their grandchildren get to see it, then it's going to make the entire journey worthwhile. Between you and me, I've got cash on them hitting a star or black hole or anything before they even get close to a habitable world.
they'd have to go pretty far to bump into a star before they hit another world. So, I don't know. Some things seem like they're worth waiting generations for.
Yeah, but hell, more likely to hit the bad side of a comet than they are to hit a planet that they can live on.
Yeah, this is probably true. Hey, I need to send a message to my captain, but my comm just ain't working. Could I borrow yours for half a sec since I know you got it on you?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. He just unlocks it and slides it over.
Sweet, thank you. Who'd he send that message to?
It's basically to the people who are working outside, and it basically says like hands free now.
So I'm going to forward that to Cyrus.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
Indy's smart enough to check something out, not smart enough to realize they just gave this person Cyrus's number.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
yeah. You kind of just did that one.
Yep.
That's the thing that just happened.
That's a thing that just happened.
See, this is why having only one spy as part of the group is probably the taint.
But they also gave the captain this fool's number.
There's that.
Not worth it.
That's a thing that just happened.
That's a thing that
Okay.
just happened.
Hmm.
Okay, so
All right. Thanks for that. You said, sorry, I just saw that last message there said hands off. What's that mean? Is there going to be some major current going through here or something?
just letting the boys know that hands free on the device and just got both hands on work,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just means I can't answer their stupid questions about where do I put slot A into? Does it go into tab A or tab B?
My guess would be tab A, but Belter design might not be quite as intuitive as Martian.
Well, generally they make it a little bit easier for the ones who can't read.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, sometimes you got kids working on these things, I hear.
Take any hands you can get some days.
Mm.
Anyways, he basically just stands up, brushes off his overall, and just flips a switch, and everything just powers up.
Hey, look at that. Indy's going to clap him on the shoulder and just be like, oh, that's a thing, a beauty right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ship's all set up, and just double checking. The name of your ship is the Matawar.
Talwar.
Talwar.
It's some kind of sword, I think.
Tal
WAR.
Talwar. He basically punches it into the transponder, and then presses that, and is like, "All right, just need you to confirm and enter it in here."
Excellent. Yeah. All right. So, confirming Talwar and entering.
I was like, "All right, there we go." And just he takes out his data pad and pulls up the ship order confirmation, just kind of scribbles his signature and just holds it over to you. It's like, "All right, just sign our initial, put your mark down there, and we can be on our way."
Anything to watch out for during a settling in period? As Indy's doing as
No.
they ask.
Just a transponder. Everything should be there. Nothing should be different from that. It's just a stock part we just pulled off from another scrap freighter of the same make and model. So, you really should think about, upgrading this from this tub, if you don't mind me saying so. This thing is one hard shake away from being dust.
Well, I was just thinking that if you got a freighter with a bunch of spare parts hanging around, I bet our mechanic Barnes that he would be awful interested in having a look at them.
Usually they're brought into us from different shipyards for scrap and parts.
All right.
Already chopped up, but you don't see too many of these out here anymore. Especially this old, you got your metal fatigue, you got your radiation stresses, all that. Just saying, make sure you're keeping up on your maintenance on something this old, because otherwise, you're gonna blow a hole that you can't just slap a patch onto.
Well, hell, that's why I'm running wiring.
There you go. All right, well, take care, and thanks for choosing Tycho Station for all your shipbuilding needs.
Well, it seems like this is the place to be, at least if you're here.
All right. We will go to Barnes after we take a short break. Just going to do a quick little fiver for everyone to grab a stretch, grab a drink, whatever they need to be, and we will see you in about 5 minutes. So, until then, see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Expanse, Churn and Burn. Yeah, just a quick recap. Barnes assaulted a loving father. Cyrus is involved in spycraft, and his crew is doing their best to ruin everything. Indy is currently fixing their 93 Camry from falling apart.
3 Camry.
That is an insult to 93 Camrys. Those are fine cars, sir. Fine cars.
They're fine cars on the outside until you open up the hood and realize everything's falling apart from dry rot. But listen, I have a deep love for the 93 Camry. but anyways, so a new transponder has been assigned. I'm sure that Kimiko is going to be super happy that you officially renamed her ship without her. That's a thing I forgot about. Yeah, she's going to be happy about that one. Anyways, so as we go back, we're going to go to Barnes, who is currently searching for a job, hopefully to lead you to Ganymede Station.
Yeah. I honestly feel like I'm basically just I'm hitting that space pavement, searched about, checking the data pad to see if there's any available jobs heading to Ganymede. Preferably something that is of neither Martian or Earther help, but is specifically more Belter. But I mean, at this point, I just know for a fact that what we need is a job that's heading to Ganymede.
Okay, so because Ganymede is a joint operation station between Earth and Mars, it is one of the largest permanent Belter, like not really a Belter station, but it is one of the largest space stations out there. But because it's essentially a co-op between Earth and Mars, it's mostly Earth and Mars Corps who need stuff out there other than support stuff for staff.
Well, then we'll go Mars Corp then.
You're looking for something more on Mars Corp. Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to make me some communication rolls.
Can it be communication bargaining?
Absolutely, that would definitely work.
Squadow.
Okay. Decent. It's a 13 roll. So you find a what is it? Okay. You find a job to transport a load of silicon tubing and sprinkler heads to the Martian section of domes for routine maintenance and upgrades for parts there. The pay is pretty low for it. Essentially, right now, it's enough to cover fuel expenses plus about 10% on top. And if you want, you can try and do another bargaining roll to get a better payout.
That sounds like that. I want to try it. I mean, granted, the captain just said that we just need a job. He didn't say that it needed to be a well-paying job. But just to explain to the captain that I did my best, I am going to attempt to communicate and bargain for a better price.
You do also have your auto success available.
When did I get an auto success?
Everyone should have an auto success with a 6-point stunt right now.
Yeah, if you donate bits or subs, that will affect the game in very positive ways. Hint, hint.
So you do have an auto crit right now if you choose to use that.
Nah.
Nah.
I am gonna hold on to that because I know for a fact that I'm gonna get into a spot where I'm really gonna need that. I can already feel it. So yeah, let me go ahead and run that bargaining again.
All right, give me another bargaining roll.
I'm feeling lucky. Yeah.
Oh, you actually did one better, I think.
All right.
So yeah. I'm gonna say you basically haggle up to 15% from 10%. So it's not much better, but
Hey, you know what? I'll go for that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
5%
Something is
still
better than
helps.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So you managed to get a 15% commission on top of the fuel cost, and at least you have a legitimate cargo to bring there. So
Yeah.
you probably won't raise any suspicion bringing out there.
Mm-hmm. Have I gotten any information back from that? I mean, have I gotten a call back from that broker yet?
As you're finishing up your deal on doing the whole signing off on everything to where to send the cargo to,
Mhm.
you do get a message on your communication device from the data broker.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and head to the knickknack shop to go ahead and get that from him on my way out.
So you go to the knickknack shop and
Mhm.
it's locked up tight.
Son of a bitch. I'm pretty sure he's probably already blocked me at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and just send him a message and go, if I ever find you, I'm going to shove my fist down your throat and open my hand.
You hear like some quiet shuffling around the store, and like the door opens a crack, and like a data shard in the case like slides out there.
Oh, I take that back then. Just take the shard.
And he basically says, well, you never see me, you don't know me, forget I existed. And the door slams, and you hear like 4 locks turning.
Yeah, and then like as I'm turning away, I'm like, I don't know a damn thing, and just walk off. You don't even hear me. I already know that, but yeah, I'm gonna head back to the ship, but I'm obviously do I need to roll a perception to see if I'm getting tailed again? I figured. All right.
If you want to make sure you're not being followed, you gotta roll for it.
All right. Well, it's go time. I promised the captain wasn't gonna punch anybody, so perception time.
You're followed by 10 very punchable children. What do you do?
Really?
Just thinking of that video with the guy who just keeps slapping everyone at the party. Okay.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I was just rolling on the churn table, so don't worry about it. Don't have to worry about a thing.
That's exactly what you say when you want someone to.
1 second. Uh, 1 second. A camel. Apparently, we got a donation, and I'm just trying to find it right here.
Oh no.
Just give me 1 moment. Okay, I got it. All right. So Barnes, as you head back to the ship, you try and do your amateur spycraft, and take 3 left turns, look into shop windows to make sure no one's following you. all that sort of stuff. And doesn't look like this time you've picked up any sort of tail or anything, at least none that you can spot.
Mhm.
And it takes you a good while to make your way back to the ship, but as you get there, it looks like the cargo is starting to be loaded onto the ship itself.
All right.
Mhm. So Barnes comes back, and beating him by just a few minutes is a dock crew that's ringing out the ship just to ask permission to start loading.
Sure.
Is it the person that we want to be loading?
Oh yeah, I probably should have sent a message.
Yeah, you really should have.
Just one or two, or letting us know that
Group text, hey, is anyone expecting cargo?
Yeah, why?
Cargo master would like to know.
I immediately reply, no? Question mark.
And then Barnes is like, oh yeah, I got us a job. Silicon tubing, sprinklers, Mars domes. I got all the paperwork. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
You see the 3 dots that means typing, and then it stops.
Many people are typing.
And then the 3 dots that mean typing, and then it stops. And then okay.
Yeah, at one point, literally all of us were typing.
yeah.
Including Kamiko.
Like I said, it was like many
You're like
people
one
are
person and
typing.
many people are typing. Okay. So yeah, there's quite large crates are being loaded up right now. You're assuming it's mostly because they're packing several hundred feet of tubing itself.
Mhm.
And because it's silicon tubing, it has to be cushioned and insulated from any sort of vacuum or whatever, just to make sure that it gets there in sanitary and sanitized conditions. Or at least that's what you're assuming with all the excess packaging and the fact that they're not just giving it to you in giant spools like they would normally do.
Y'all, is there any special kind of like handling instructions we need for this?
One of the dock hands is just like, roll me communication on that one, or perception.
I would
Whichever
rather
you
go
prefer.
perception.
Then roll me a perception.
There's quite a bit of difference between those two. It's 9, 12.
So you know, he just seems a little bit put on the spot. He's just no, just strap it on. The gear is only says mechanisms in the sprinkler heads cannot exceed 1.8 Gs. So they recommend that you try and keep it under that. And the shipment will be ruined on any exposure to vacuum, and all payment will be voided.
All right, so just vacuum. Out of character, are these things like security taped like the other stuff was, or is it?
Not really. They are like hard sealed, like airtight sealed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just an airtight sealing on them, like hermetically sealed, I believe is the word.
Yeah.
And it's like, and if you just, he's like, are you in charge of cargo on this vessel?
Yep. I'm the cargo handler. Yep.
Okay, so I just need you to sign off here. We have 2 crates of sprinkler heads weighing approximately 300 kilos, and then 3 crates of silicon tubing, bio-grade at, what is that, 2,100 kilos across 4 crates.
It's a lot
Yep,
of tubing.
that seems to be the only one. Well, if you think about it, they have to run it. They're essentially running several miles.
Yep. Yeah, I get it. It's just you never think what goes into our food, huh?
It takes a lot of work. Anyways, if you just want to sign here that everything's been delivered to you.
Do you mind if I go ahead and check the cargo's all in order before I take consignment of it?
Yeah.
If it's damage coming out the other end, they're gonna have my ass.
You can look at you can open up the sprinkler boxes, but the tubing has to stay hermetically sealed due to inspection sanitation guidelines, because they can't risk any contamination in the transportation, because it's going into food supplies and stuff like that.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, and Indy just check that the sprinklers are in fact all in order, that they're packaged so that they're not going to shift. And
yeah, they are like legitimate sprinkler heads for that. All packaged quite nicely in their little space styrofoam boxes and everything, whatever it is. I don't even know if they use packing peanuts or if they just use styrofoam. Who knows? Maybe they've evolved beyond that. I doubt it.
Crap.
Okay. So it doesn't take too long for you to secure the. No, that's fine. So I'm just reading some messages and stuff. Yeah, you're just gonna break another transponder. It's just gonna be a thing with you guys, isn't it? I don't like the name of the ship. Someone take a hammer to the transponder.
No, it wasn't a hammer. It was a wrench.
Kimiko said one thing, Captain said something else. So,
Well,
I'm
basically,
just gonna.
Imani's
I'm
gonna
still
kill
just
us.
eventually.
Imani's gonna kill me.
Yeah, she really is.
I'm just waiting for the inevitable. Do you understand what the chain of command is?
It's the rotten chain I get beat with.
Just understand who's in command.
We're talking about mollywop you all. You think I won't?
Enough table talk. What's happening? Where are we? Is this space?
What is this?
Okay, so so you get the cargo all secured and installed. Yes. So what's your plan? Did you still want to check the crates, Andy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
You're like, damn the torpedoes! I'm gonna open one of these boxes, and they can't prove otherwise.
Hmm.
Remember the last time we did that?
It technically saved you from all being blown up. So
Yep. It
Yeah.
really, really did.
think about it that way. All right, so yeah, just you go open and you crack open a box, and as you kind of open up the packaging, you see a extremely large four-legged hooved mammal that you've never seen before, in some sort of like cryogenic suspended like state, where it's basically like been tranquilized so it doesn't use up too much air, and it has its own like survival system so it can survive the trip but unconscious.
What? in-
Ace?
Yes, it's a large brown four-legged humped animal.
I've never seen a horse look like that.
Welcome to episode 3 of Churn and Burn. We've officially all lost it.
No, we're a day late for hump day. I don't know why it was a camel. Thursday, not Wednesday.
Well, as long as it's not going to blow up the ship, I'm all right with that.
Are you gonna call anyone else and look at this?
Is anyone back on the ship at this point?
I'm getting to the ship.
I mean,
You would have gotten there with the crew that was loading on.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You arrived like just a little bit after they did.
Mhm.
Oh.
Mhm.
So I am watching Indy open up this package and big ass camel.
Hey, Barnes, you ever seen anything like this? It's like some sort of cancerous horse.
I mean, it's not a horse. It's spitting. Horses don't spit.
Well, no, it's
Well,
not.
it ain't spitting, it's frozen.
Oh, right. Never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, it's cryogenically frozen. I forgot.
It's not like
Let me-
it's not like cryogenically frozen. It's like basically tranquilized to the point of almost being dead, so it uses up less oxygen, and then it's
Gotcha.
got
Okay. Yeah.
like IV, so it can survive the trip. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
without.
Yeah. Let me rephrase that then. I've never seen anything this big. That's a big freaking. I mean, that's an animal, right? It's an animal.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
No,
an
I
animal.
like Indy. I'm legitimately asking you because I've never seen animals this big.
Really? Not even back on Earth?
I've never been to Earth. I've
I thought
what
Did
I'm
someone
all
part
call
of
for an
confused.
earther?
what part of lived in the belt most of my life do you not understand? I've never
The
seen
most
anything
bit.
this big.
All right.
I mean, you've seen a spaceship. Spaceships are larger than camels. On the
Yeah,
spaceship,
but they're not
camel
living
index.
things.
Uh,
This thing is huge.
when the captain gets back, India is definitely also going to show the captain.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
like Barnes is just freaking out over the fact that there's this big freaking animal in the ship.
I mean, it's not a danger to no one. It's just lying there sleeping. I don't think
Hey.
we're in trouble. It's just
So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that Cyrus, you get an urgent message from Indy to come to the cargo bay because there's something on the ship.
I have to ask: is this a dromedary or a Bactrian?
I've been
Dromedary,
wondering as
definitely
well.
dromedary.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm a camel enthusiast. No, I'm not. I walk in and I say, "What is?" And then I look into the box.
Do you know what it is?
Mm.
Some kind of mutant horse, I thought, but
Not to sound like Kamiko, but why is there a camel on my ship?
it was delivered instead of the tubing. I was trying to figure out if we should tell them they got the wrong thing or if they're just trying to get a camel to Ganymede for some reason.
Why the
Camel-
hell would someone want to take a camel to Ganymede?
Maybe
would
Jules
some-
Pierre Mao is visiting and he wants to meet his pet camel there. I'm wondering why the hell there's a camel on Tycho in the first place, to be honest.
I've actually never seen one of these in person before.
No?
Well, I mean, when I was young, I was, not on Earth. And then when I was on Earth, it was only for a short time. It wasn't near anywhere with camels. I had this stuff with when I was younger.
right.
Actually, I go into my personal communicator and I go through the pictures, and then I pull one up, and there's like a little baby Cyrus holding something that's clearly made out of rags, but is vaguely the same shape as what's in the box.
Mhm.
And it has a button for an eye, and then a bead for another eye because they don't match.
Oh my god.
That is so darling. Oh my gosh.
Ours is actually going to say, I bet your mom was very proud of you that you made that day.
I didn't. She gave it to me.
Oh.
She was
Oh.
born in a place with tons of camels, but we would look. When I was born early on the moon. They don't send babies down the wells, so I just stayed up there for some time, and we would I mean, my family barely got off of basic, so we couldn't afford tons of things. So she made me this.
Huh.
I named him Herman.
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 All right. It's a-
So
After an uncle. I put away the image of the uncle
So
named Camel Toy.
yeah, so you would probably know that camels have unfortunately been extinct for quite some time.
Mhm.
on Earth, as well as many other species. Because yay, human progress. So this is most likely a clone or some other scientific project as a proof of concept.
I mean, it must be. This might be the most expensive thing we have ever traveled with.
And we opened up the box and are staring at it.
I mean, it's in its pod.
We might have to close the box.
We're
might
gonna have
have
to
to-
close the box.
Yeah.
Close the box, reseal it.
And they told you it was tubing?
Yeah, silicon tubing.
I'm actually going to show Cap the papers that they specifically gave me that I signed to accept this job, just to show I ain't bullshitting. This is supposed to be tubes and sprinkler heads, not camels.
Them sprinkler heads are sprinkler heads.
Oh well, I mean, at least I got half of the order accurate then.
Do any of you want to roll some investigations on this?
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what? Do I have investigations at this point? Because I don't think I do.
I'm gonna roll.
I've
What
got,
should we roll for this?
I've got
It'll most likely
intelligence.
be either probably intelligence.
Okay, I've got intelligence security specialty.
Nah, I don't
Okay.
think.
I've got a focus in searching for perception and a focus in investigation and communication.
Mm,
Yeah. I would say the investigation and communication is more for like
Mm-hmm.
when you're communicating with someone to sort of like good cop, bad cop, kind of break it down, investigate verbally.
Would you take just a flat intelligence roll then?
I would absolutely take just a flat intelligence roll.
12. Independence.
Whoa.
Nice.
wow.
13.
You know what? I'm gonna do it anyways. Why not?
As my mom in real life would say, even a clock that's broken is right twice a day.
It's something I say almost every day, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Yeah, that's a 9.
11.
Oh no, maybe I suck at math.
Yeah, that's 11. Yeah.
It's 11.
Yeah,
If
that's
I
11.
succeeded, I do get 1 stun point. Just want to say
Mhm.
that.
And you rolled
13.
13?
No, 12.
Yeah.
I rolled 12.
You rolled 12.
12.
I would say 12 will get you some information. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
If you want to roll, if you want to stunt on that one.
Yeah. I think I will flash back to another source of information I didn't know about.
Flashback. Okay. So you're reminded of your childhood, and because the camel was Herbert, his name was Herbert, wasn't it?
Herman.
Herman, because Herman was your best friend for a long time.
Yeah.
You know a lot from your childhood about camels and what they were used for and everything, and that they were excellent in traveling through sandy and rocky terrain. They had an extremely low water requirement and were excellent pack animals. All of this would most likely be extremely useful in the early days of Martian terraforming. Once they started to create atmosphere, to use a lower carbon footprint means of transportation, travel, and essentially supply logistics. To use camels. They don't require much water. They're perfectly suited for the current rocky and sandy terrain of Mars. And if they could get them to survive, it'd most likely be extremely viable in continuing the Martian restoration project. However, you have no idea how or why they got the sample. But Indy, You realize that this most likely was obtained by a Martian corporation, most likely a bioresource corporation that's based off Ganymede, because they're extremely involved in biosciences on Ganymede, more so than just agriculturally. And also because technically it's out of the jurisdiction of most treaties, because it's considered a cooperative settlement. It also escapes from a few system-wide laws, including the ban on cloning that they have and things like that. So while it might not be legal to clone something on Earth and study it, or even on Mars and study it, if you somehow manage to find a cloned camel that fell off the back of a truck and landed on Ganymede, you'd be a-okay to study it there.
Okay.
It's one of those quasi-legal loopholes that exist.
Hmm.
So while this isn't 100% above board, it's not 100% illegal either. You're in a very legal, murky gray area right now.
Yep, we're gonna close it up and make sure that no one knows that we opened this. Yeah, and I assume Cyrus and I will have a conversation and exchange all of that information back and forth.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, one. I just got to do some counting here. That's four. You are basically aware of the fact that this is extremely valuable monetarily, but as for it'd be worth stealing, probably not worth killing over unless you're really desperate, but it's definitely not your last cargo for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna check another box.
Okay,
Is there more camels?
1 second.
It's just one camel.
If anyone would like to donate for more camels,
Donate for
If anyone
more
wants
camels.
to donate for more camels.
that's the only donations we take now. It's just
What's in the box?
Camels!
Well, I vote we name this thing Herman.
What's in the box?
One way or another, while we're resealing this box up, can I go ahead and use my Fringer talent simply so that then we can ensure that, if anyone does try to make a roll on this, that they suffer a penalty from it.
Sorry, what talent is that?
Fringer, it's a talent that it says here, you cover your own tracks well. Other characters suffer a -2 penalty to any test to find information about you or your activities. And it's an exile. It's a talent that I got from being in exile.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, you want to use your Fringer thing to cover your tracks.
And basically just make it to where it's a little bit harder to realize that we were snooping around this freaking box.
I'm just trying to find where the cover your tracks stunts. I think it's an infiltration. Yeah, all right. I'm just looking at that one really quick here. Okay. Yeah, I'd say you can probably apply that to this situation for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll basically use your Fringer stuff to sort of just maybe obfuscate some of the details in the paperwork that you received before you send it off to get officiated by Tycho Station.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple misspellings here and there, and
And if either Indy or Cyrus asks, "What are you doing, Barnes?" I'm going to say, "Don't worry. I've had to do this enough times. Covering my tracks."
As you're doing it, Indy is going to turn to Cyrus and be like, "Do you know, were camels were they an eaten animal?"
I mean, some people ate them. Some people drank milk from them. They're also very good for transporting things over deserts.
I'm going to turn my head and go, Indy,
Yeah.
we are not eating the camel.
Well, I don't want to eat the camel. I'm wondering if this is an investment in Martian's future that I should follow up on at some point.
I mean,
Probably is.
Yeah. I was thinking longhorns, but hell, if get milk out of these, why not?
I mean,
I
you
was a
even
longhorn.
don't-
in this other box that I'm now opening. What was
Yes.
Yep.
What is in the box?
Another camel, another camel, another camel. They won't notice one missing, right? We'll just hide them behind a sheet when they come pick up things. Also, we'll explain to Kamiko that we now have a pet camel. Go ahead.
Okay, so you open up. What is? Sorry. Just trying to figure. I've heard of this one. Oh, okay, perfect. That's what it is. Okay. You open up this other box, and there is another four-hoofed large mammal in there. And this one has two extremely large curved horns that extend about 3 feet back from its head.
It's a goat.
It's a lot shorter than the camel, and shaped quite differently from it. And it looks somewhat scrawny compared to the camel.
Goat.
It's some kind of deer, I'm thinking.
And it's kind of matted white and light brown in color.
Goat.
Way too excited about this goat.
It's not a goat. It's definitely bigger than a goat.
Damn it.
Is this
Never
an
get any
ant?
goats.
You know what? Let's.
Is it an
enough guess-
ibex?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's an antelope.
Oh.
I just love to thank the person who donated the points.
yes,
to
thank
camels.
you.
I boxed it back up. I think they're testing these against one another.
And then
Why would you?
there's also one more box.
Like in a fight to the death, or like for
No,
survival?
like to see which would be more effective in a shelter or Martian-like environment.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
And then I open up the last one.
And the last one, in specific protective casing, is several hundred feet of plastic or silicone tubing.
Well, I
One
mean, at least
tubing.
they were. At least they weren't lying to some degree.
No, they were very much lying.
Well,
This
no,
is the
because I
big
mean, there's
thing.
at least some silicone tubing here. It's not 3 crates worth, but okay.
That which is a lot. That's okay.
It's a half truth, boss.
Did your data broker come back with any information back on Mundus?
Oh,
the
right.
bomber.
Yeah. Boss, here. And then I give him the data shard, and I'm like, I earned it fair and square. I hope it's of some use. Take it how you will. And I give it to him because I've come to accept at this point he's smarter than me. I'm just here to possibly crack a skull every now and then,
I think
or
Cyrus is smarter than the rest of the team put together.
yeah. So I'm like, here, boss.
Barnes is
Hey, give me
like,
this
I'm here to punch fathers and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Here, boss. Just take this data shard as you will, and try to tell me something that. Tell us something good, please. And then
I plug it
just-
in.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a lot of information in this data shard. Basically, almost any incident that can be directly or tangentially tied back to Mundus, which includes bombings, assassinations, insurrection attempts on research facilities and other facilities, prison breaks, murder, mayhem, and chaos all throughout the system. All of it done for hire. Anything that's and the most frightening thing is that there have been maybe 2 people who have survived attempts on their life from Mundus, at
Hmm.
least once. Both of them died horrifically quite soon after. So one of them
Well, shit.
basically one of them essentially went to the bathroom when the bomb that was in their room exploded, so they survived. And then their spaceship blew apart on re-entry like a week later. Another guy, again, was not in the building that collapsed due to an explosion. And instead, he was killed in a instigated riot not too long after.
Hmm.
I'm gonna. Oh, good lord. Is there any indication who would have the finances, the resources, or the means to hire someone like Mundus?
Going through the data, the analytical data, basically Mundus works for whoever will pay them, and they charge a lot because they basically guarantee results. And they don't do much to hide who pays them, but where the money goes is practically impossible to find because it's routed through so many shell corporations and dummy corporations and bank account to bank account to bank account. No one really knows where it ends up, but they've been paid by Earth gangs, by Martian espionage, alleged Martian espionage agencies. OPA terrorists have paid them.
But beyond the scope of most individuals, except for a very, very elite few.
Yeah, they don't
Like-
work for common gangs. They work for like larger, wealthier organizations that can afford them.
Like Jules Pierre Mao.
Yeah, like JPM.
Is there any indication of who might have paid them for their last job and or where they might be now?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really has tried hard to go after Mundus because
Nobody survives.
no, they're too useful to get rid of because everyone uses their services. So no side really has any initiative to get rid of a major player like that, especially when they need to use their services so often.
A Lord of War type situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They play both sides. They always come out on top. So the most likely scenario posited is that while their origin has been most likely traced back to an Earther, they're likely to be somewhere out in the belt, either on a station, a public station, or an independent station.
Look, for now we keep things the same. We go to Ganymede. JPM
Right.
would probably have the finances to pay for this anyway.
I'm
And the more we move, the less conspicuous that will be. The thing is, For now, hopefully, we're not alive in the eyes of this Mundus. If we are, we're not long for the world.
Mhm.
Captain, you mind if I take a hike and just check the work was done on the outside of our ship, just on the off chance?
Yeah, no, please.
All right.
Mhm.
That thing I texted you earlier, that guy was taking pictures in here.
I saw, although I didn't recognize the number.
I didn't get the name. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm kind of new at this. I'll do better next time. But it would be on the paperwork. I know that. So let me go get that for you. Yep. Gets the paperwork. Is there a name on the paperwork?
One of them is there's a couple names on there. Technician Frederick, technician Shees, and engineer Haso.
Truth is, this is no one would pay for all this. I point at the two four-hooved creatures in the boxes and then blow it up.
Well, they might not be the same person. It's the thing.
I mean, at this point, Barnes is going to bring up, like, considering the fact that this is a specifically Mars core backed delivery, and Mundus is a freelancer who works for anybody who is looking to possibly sabotage what the Mars cores are doing is going to want to mess this up. So it's not even a question of, oh, nobody would want to blow up something this expensive. If anything, it's someone wants to blow up something this expensive if they even know we have it in the first place.
I get the feeling this ain't worth killing for yet.
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, a part of me is under the belief that while the captain has a point, we need to try to remain inconspicuous as possible. At the same time, I'm also can't help but thinking that we should be taking the time that we have while this Mungus guy is not on our radar to try to find him and handle him our way.
The question is, how do we find him, right?
well, I was going to say the question is, what is our way? But that seems more important right now.
I mean, I'm
Just
not.
to be clear, that's not Cyrus asking, because
Okay.
no one's brought the information up to him yet. This is me, the player.
Okay.
I mean, one way or another, we can't go anywhere until Kumiko comes back from the spa, anyways. I've already exhausted any possible context that I have to try to find information on Humongous or whatever his name is.
Lord Humongous.
So does anybody else have any other ideas of any possible way that we could look up some information about this guy while we're still sitting around here waiting?
Miko would know things about Mars Corps. She's from that fancy pants world. We could look up more information on Jules Pierre Mao. We could
I've done that. There's nothing to find.
oh.
The man has shell companies inside of shell companies.
Mhm.
I could mount them cameras on the outside while I'm taking my walk, but other than
Shit,
that,
I
I
forgot the cameras.
didn't get the damn cameras.
I mean, in my defense, Indy.
Barnes. That was the entire reason you left the ship.
Well, no, I left the ship in order to get the information from the broker, and then that was going to be like a side trip. But then I kind of forgot about the side trip, It went strict. It went straight to the broker. And will you look at the time? I better get a move on. Bye.
Grab them cameras while you're out.
To be fair, Barnes doesn't seem like he's the kind of person who can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
Fair enough.
there is that.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Indy, you said you're gonna head out to inspect the work that was being done on the ship.
Yep.
While I'm like out and she's up there, I actually ping her comm device to remind her to make sure she
Them.
connects the wires to the shell so that then the booby trap is properly activated.
Yes, so you will remind Indy that they should make sure your booby trap is set up. Attach it to the cover or something, so you basically make an electric fence. Why are you people like this? I don't.
Because
It's
folks keep
Belter
trying to kill
ingenuity,
us.
sir.
Belter
Ingenuity.
Okay. Actually, please roll me. Because to check over it, I need you to roll me a perception, please.
Searching applies.
Searching applies.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey. 10, 16, 18.
18. Very nice. So you do an excellent search over of this. Just to give it, we just got rated with a huge party of 17. Thank you so much.
Hey, all right.
Hey. All right. So you managed to do a quick search over it, and you actually do find a small transponder device hidden in there, like a little tiny beacon itself, hidden behind your main ship's transponder.
Are we close to any other ships at dock?
I mean, you could probably kick off your ship and float over to another one, but you have to be careful because you got to remember the Tycho station is spinning.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're, I believe your idea is to basically get over to the other ship and then put it on that ship and then go back.
Yeah, flying squirrel leap and see if I can plant it on someone else.
I like it. I like it.
I feel like there's an easier version of that.
No, so basically, what you would do is basically get your your security rope, right? Tether rope, and you basically just get a length of it and lower yourself down. So while you're spinning, you basically let inertia travel you out, and then get onto their ship, put it on there, and then pull yourself back in.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah,
Make it happen.
absolutely. I love it. I'm going to have you make me. I'm gonna have to say that's a dexterity roll.
Okay, dexterity.
Yes, dexterity rolling on that one for sure.
Okay, come on, dice. 9. I have an auto success though.
That was a good time for an auto crit.
I'm really tempted to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that auto success because as hilarious as it would be to fall off Tycho Station.
Oh no!
I'm gonna give them just one second before you use that because you didn't use the auto crit first. So I am gonna make the ruling right now is that you have to announce the auto crit before you.
Before you roll. Okay.
Before you roll and see the result, you need to use your auto success or auto crit.
That's fair. So okay, I'll take the 9. Let's do this.
Take the 9.
Taking the 9.
It's not a huge L, but it still is an L. So as you are sort of lowering yourself down, you basically miss a proper handhold and you just slip a little bit. The amount of inertia just pulls you
way out, and you just kind of spin out and just like George of the Jungle, just slam into the side of the ship.
Ooh.
And I need you to make me either a strength or dexterity roll to latch onto the ship.
Oh, it's going to be strength.
Strength, and roll me a strength.
Okay.
Nice,
9,
there we
13,
go.
15.
15. So you basically just with one hand just grab on tight to that rope, and the other hand you basically like hit your mag glove and just get on there and just manage to cling onto it.
Captain
And
America trying to pull the helicopter back to the
yeah,
road.
basically. Just manage to prevent yourself from being flung off onto like a tiny piece of rope into space. But you manage to secure yourself so you don't go flying. And all right, so are you going to try and put it into their transponder now?
Yeah, somewhere on it on their ship where it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
cause, like, if I can just slap it on the hull, that's fine. I just want it on someone else's ship. If I gotta weld it in there, I'll weld it in there. But
You wouldn't have to weld it in there. You might be able to find like a port or something that you can like take a screw or a bolt or two out of just to put it into there, like
perfect. I figured
like
messing
wherever
with
their wastewater like tank or something like that, port or wherever, some sort of port access you could probably find easily enough wherever
I like
you're
that
close
better
to.
than trying to mess with someone else's sealed system.
Yeah. So you
So,
basically take like unhook the cover to their wastewater pumping station and just put it on the door and just close it shut, and you're just like, see them track us now.
The perfect crime.
And you manage to, I'm going to say with that strength check, you're going to be able to reel yourself back in to the ship without too much further incident. I think you proved you have the strength to pull yourself back in after that. Managing to line up the swing between the two, not so much. But at least you're strong.
yeah. I feel like
least
Indy has
Indy's
heard
strong.
or said that many
Strong.
times in their life.
Don't
Okay.
need fleet foot when you got Strock.
Okay, so going back to Cyrus. So I'm going to say that you are probably still analyzing the shard that you got from the data broker.
Yep.
More specifically, what are you looking for? Like where they might be hiding, Mundus might be hiding, or where their identity or what?
I'm looking for where Mundus might be hiding.
All right.
Sorry, I'm laughing over Space Kronk.
Space Kronk is indeed a thing. I agree with that completely. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I would say that would probably be an intelligence roll.
Not bad.
13.
Not bad.
13 is good enough. That's enough. So while there have been several, and you're able to basically piece together the data, is that there have been several independent investigations into the identity of Mundus. Other than like a basic psych profile about who they're most likely to be, you're not entirely, no one's entirely sure. No one's pinpointed their identity. But so far you have the basic facts is Earther, between the ages of 28 and 36, most likely male, left-handed, and
has absolutely zero empathy, so most likely highly sociopathic.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about me there. Until you hit
Wait, I'm right-handed.
unempathic.
Yes.
Wait, so
I'm just
do you
like,
think he might be on Earth?
No. As for location, most people believe that because they can't trace the direct location, they most likely have they're on some sort of space station, whether they be on a research station that is not on any, like, because there's basically restricted research stations in the belt that
Mhm.
people don't have access to, and they might be hidden as a scientist on one of those, is the most prevalent theory going forward. But they could also be on literally any station, moon, rock in the belt that's habited.
Well, or at least we're in the right place. If
Mhm.
by the right place, the entire belt counts.
They've ruled out Earth and Mars completely, and most likely not on one of the major stations. So not on Eros, not on Ceres, and probably not on Tycho. It's more
Okay.
at this point. There's more like ruling out where they're not and who they're not than who they are. Is how that investigation has gone. But there's so much data and so many theories and ideas. It's like, hooray, we did it, Reddit. We found the Boston bomber. Is how that investigation's been going. Okay. I need to make a roll. Okay. Don't worry, you guys don't have to worry about it. Nothing's
We have nothing to worry.
nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Smooth sailing.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about me.
The milder the GM, okay, the more I worry.
Mhm.
I just have to look up something super small, minor. You don't have anything to worry about. Just I should have had to restart my laptop, so I lost it. So Cyrus, sorry, not Cyrus. Barnes, where were you going to? Because you were going to.
I am heading to the pick pull flea market to get those whole cams.
Right, the whole cameras. Okay. That would just be a communications roll.
Oh yeah, I could got that in spades. I could still do that. I could still use bargaining, right?
Oh yeah, that's exactly where bargaining comes into play.
Yeah, buddy.
Sorry, can you just tell me the roll on that one?
Yeah, that's 12. That's a
10, 14, 16.
16. Yeah.
All right, excellent. So you're able to locate two cameras that are compatible with your system, both secondhand. The resolution on them isn't fantastic, but they will hook into your system without too much work.
Yeah.
They're a little bit pricey for what they are, but you don't have many other options if you want to.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I am assuming at this point. Well, no, I mean, I don't really have a way to properly pay for this. Can I just go ahead, just like maybe claim I'm Kubiko and just slide that statement of credit over there and be like, yeah, she's handling this. Don't worry about it. Because I have no way to pay for this. I have no money.
Yeah, you might just be like, send the bill to our docking berth.
Yeah. We already got a transponder on that. Yeah, so you're just gonna put those whole cams on there too. Um, we really, we had an accident. We're just trying to do our best to not have that again. The whole cams will work. Just go ahead and just put that on top of the cost of that new trans.
Yeah. All right. So the guy's just like, all right, well, I'll send the invoice over there.
Cool.
Do you need help? Any help installing it?
Oh no, I think we got that taken care of.
Okay. He's like, all right, well then, enjoy the parts. Thanks for the business, and
Yeah.
hope to see you back here on Tycho soon.
Yeah. Hopefully. And then just go ahead, bust on out of here. Go ahead and make that perception roll to make sure I'm not getting tailed.
Excellent. Roll me that perception.
Nine. That is a
Okay.
9.
9.
Again.
Not even 10.
Again. You think you believe that you are free and clear of any tails that might be following you.
I mean,
like you make 3 left-hand turns, you duck into the, you do the whole like stand in front of the thing and like read a paper in front of your, like you are going whole spy versus spy on this. Very obviously, but
fair enough. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just went to go get some whole cams because because I already forgot to in the first place. And if I don't bring these whole cams back, Indy's gonna have my ass. I'm not doing anything wrong. So if I firmly believe I'm not being tailed, even if I am being tailed at this point, I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, no, I'm heading back to the ship.
You basically pull off every single spy trick you've seen from all like the action vids you've watched during your downtime.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sure that no one's following you. So it's pretty late in the cycle. You guys have been at this for a few hours now, and you're preparing to leave. Has anyone checked in on Kimiko lately?
I mean, I just figured she was chilling at the spa, but
Is anyone gonna send her a message or anything?
Cap,
Mm,
kind of your responsibility.
I did send. I definitely will have sent Kimiko a message that we've got a new job taking us to Ganymede. Nothing too serious. Please do check in upon your return to the ship. Also, if someone tries to follow you, just lose them.
You get a message.
She's not gonna do that. You
get a message back from Kimiko, which basically says ... about being followed. And
oh dear.
I think we're gonna end it there for tonight.
Oh no! No!
Oh, what a cliffhanger!
Yeah, we're gonna call it there for tonight. Especially because you guys have racked up a ton on the churn pool, like a ton, a lot. Because every time I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna roll to see if something happens," and like the dice are like, "No, just keep building it up, just keep going with it."
Oh my god!
And I'm like, "You guys are gonna probably hit an epic churn pretty soon."
Oh,
okay.
No.
Like the last one you guys came across was a major churn, and like that was the whole bomb on the boat fiasco. So yeah, we'll see what happens if you guys hit to an epic churn. Anyways, that cliffhanger, because I'm trying to do my best to emulate how the show goes, and it's always a goddamn cliffhanger like that, and you're just like, God, it's 4 a.m. I need to stop watching episodes.
That's how they get you.
So, thank you everyone who came out to watch this episode. Appreciate it so much. And we are going to go in reverse order of our introductions, and you will be able to find out what we're up to, where you can find us, and more about us. So starting off with Hicks.
Well, once again, my name is Hicks. He, him pronouns. Sadly, Grand Fate Cafe is closed this week. Won't see me there. So follow me on Twitter, whiskey with an E _Hicks at Twitter once again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mostly do a bunch of really crappy retweets and really bad, stupid comedy material, but do it anyways. Follow me. I can be funny sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes. Just saying. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. The session was hilarious. So thank you. Ulfrig.
Hello, I go by Ulfrig online, and at the moment I'm not doing a whole lot, but you can catch me coming up on Cast of Many Things, the podcast, both for their Adventures and in On Threall series, and for a shorter series called How to Be a Princess, which I am legit super excited about. And this princess is going to be so sparkly, you guys. You have no idea how sparkly this princess is going to be.
I'm already blinded just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're all in it for sparkly princess adventures.
Hell yeah.
Next, we have Adam Ali.
Hi, my name is Adam Ali. My pronouns are he, him. You can check me online at Werewolf Feel, see whatever I'm doing there. I'm a TTRPG writer, cultural consultant, player, streamer, podcaster. Although I stream on other people's channels, not my own, because I don't have one. Speaking of which, I was just cast in the Musaffirs for season 2, so look forward to some very interesting news on that front shortly, along with a brand new episode where we talk to the other Musaffirs, new and old, and talk about our plans for the future. In addition to that, every Friday is another episode of Missing Annie Lee. You can find that wherever good podcasts are found. I don't know where good podcasts are found, so I haven't listened to it yet, but I am in it, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Super excited.
Awesome. Great. And I am Slowpool, the storyteller for this one. You can find me on Twitter at @theslowpool, where I am horrifically inactive because I am stuck in recruiting hell for my IRL job. You can find me here every week. We are doing the Expanse, so we will be back next week, and we'll and Dragonstone. You can join us tomorrow for Shades of Tartarus, and Saturday for Dragon Age, which is using the same system, both of which are great shows, and I highly recommend checking them out. And yeah, I might be on this channel a little bit more later on. We'll find out if I'm going to be running another game or not. In the meantime, we're going to go find someone to raid, so don't leave this channel. We are raiding Unsheathed. Unsheathed Productions. It's Ty. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, all right.
So we're going to be rating him. So thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you all next week. So thank you.